every Karnaca buddy. We are here aboard the Dreadful Wale, and this is my cabin. Before we head out through that door and meet Meagan, there's a couple things we need to take a look at here, like this guitar right here. Just kidding. But we do have a bunch of new game features that we need to go over really quick. So the very first thing in this non-lethal walkthrough, we're going to be using bone charms a lot, and that's what these are. So we've just picked up a bone charm. Let's go in and equip it. So this is the an easy slot menu where you put your bone charms into the new slots. So this particular one, bullet packs have a slight chance of containing +1 pistol bullet. That is somewhat useful for us later on, but we're not going to be using the pistol against humans because this is a non-lethal walkthrough. Here's another one. Let's just take a look at the other one and equip it. Void favor. Sometimes supernatural powers consume no mana. That is definitely what we need because we're going to be using far reach a lot, which is the one skill that we already have. In fact, if you take a look at our quick slots, we do have, so there's the pistol, there's the heart. We picked up grenades. Yeah, we picked those up in the first mission, and now we have our single power, which is far reach. Okay, let's take a look. Goodbye, Karnaca, a musician's farewell. So this is just some lore. Pause if you want to read this. This is page 1, and then this is page 2. There you go. And let's take a look at this letter from Emily. That's me writing a letter to someone, Wyman. So pause if you want to read this. This is just me writing a letter to someone back in Dunwall. And now we have our travel log to look at. So the travel log kind of keeps track of what has happened so far in the game. Like this long day in Dunwall, it turns out I was writing in my diary. So Emily writes in her diary a lot. And just pause if you want to read this. You know, that was the first page, and this is the second page. And now here's the edge of the world. That's the mission 2, so we have written about that. And it's very important to read this, so please read it. Oh, I'm not going to read it to you, but this is the first page. And then here is the second page, where it starts with the second paragraph. I'm not in a trusting mood, la la. And then there's... Then we talked about the void, which we entered in the last episode. So here is page 3. It's a long journal entry. Here's page 3. Pause if you want to read that. And I will read this last paragraph to you because this is where we begin. We've arrived at the southernmost tip of the empire. Strange fragrances all around. Salt, fish, spice. I don't know how to blend in here. I don't know what to eat or where to go, but this is where my father was born. So part of me belongs here too, and these are my people. Or they were until my throne was stolen by Delilah. I'm coming for you, Delilah, with my new powers. All I need now is a plan. It's kind of weird how the screen goes dark for a second, but those were our journal entries. You know, I'll show you more of the interface a little bit later, but let's get the ball rolling, shall we? So the first thing we're going to do is pick up our crossbow. So actually I think we picked up a coin purse. Yeah, so, and it's important to know that hidden all over the city there are underground black market shops. So almost every mission is going to have a black market. We will have to look for the black market, and that's one of the reasons why we loot everything, so that we can afford items at the black market and replenish things when we run out of stuff. Okay, that was all to look at. You know, there was a cute little ship there. Let's head out. There, I just saved right there. Ooh, the Dreadful Wale. There's nothing over here except life rafts and plumbing. First thing, this is Meagan's main room, and you can see her through there. You see that? Remember, we have this scope. We can she's smoking something. Okay, here's the maintenance list. Let's take a look at this. So this is actually a side quest. It just talks about repair the things that got busted up in Anton's room when he was taken, and then unblock the storage door. So we actually have to do that. Looks like something fell on the other side, and I really need to sell the stuff locked up in there to make some coin. This is actually Meagan's writing. So, okay, it gives us a new item. So there it is up in the upper right. It says open the cabin door. So here's our objectives. We do have to meet with Meagan Foster. Then optionally, we can locate the black market shop, which we absolutely will. And now we're going to unblock the storage room door. It turns out that this is the door they're talking about right here. And see, somebody was trying to unlock it. And you can't really tell what's blocking it unless you jump up. So we'll figure that out now. Best way to get out is just to go upstairs. So let's unblock the door. And by going upstairs, you get your first glimpse of Karnaca. This is a big reveal.
The jewel of the South.
Mm-hmm.
My father's birthplace.
I think this is still one of my favorite revealing moments in a game, when you come out here for the first time and you see Karnaca. I mean, the graphics look dated now, but back in 2016, this was quite a sight. Yeah, there's a whaling ship there. Over there is the Addermeyer Institute. We will find out about that later, and there's a whale right there. Okay, let's anyway, let's unblock that door. So the door is right below us. So there's no way to reach it here, but perhaps there is down here. Ta-da! Whoa, there's a whaling ship coming in. And this is the Dust District, the Batista District, which is now known as the Dust District. Okay. Aha! Somebody left this open, so we can just plop right in here. And this is the storage room, I think. It is. Is it not? Yes, it is. Okay, let's, and in fact, there's stuff to loot. So there's our first bit of loot right there. Besides that coin purse, we did grab a coin purse in there earlier, right? So now, and then don't forget the copper wire there, and there's Addermeyer's solution. That's essentially mana. It replenishes our mana. And there it is. You just have to slice it. Now you can open it up. And there, oh, there's incendiary bolts. Okay, so we can equip incendiary bolts on the crossbow. Here's a, it's actually a novel or a piece of literature from Sokolov, and it's called A Reflection of My Journey to the Pandesian Continent. This is number 3, so it's kind of out of order. Just pause if you want to read that. All right. It's kind of weird that they throw the first, like volume 3 at you when you haven't even found the other 2. There's more to explore on the ship, but let's get the ball rolling with Meagan, shall we? Oh, it's a lovely toilet, and we might as well get the exploration out of the way, and let's see if there's any loot down here. So here's something, trying to fix the secondary engine. Interesting. Yeah, okay. So there's that. We don't have any new quests yet, so that was just lore at the moment, but there are crossbow bolts down here, so remember to look around and loot everything. And I'm going to show you every single thing to loot in the game. That's why we're spending so much time exploring every square inch. So yes, it will be a very long walkthrough. It's going to be at least 120 videos, and I get it. But okay, let's go in here. Here we go. Hey, Meagan. Alrighty. Crown Killer Strikes Again. We've already read that. It was the propaganda. Okay, let's start our briefing. So we'll have a briefing at the beginning of every mission.
You've explained part of it. But what were you and Sokolov doing here?
The old man loved Karnaca. but he'd caught wind of a conspiracy tied to the Crown Killer. He wanted to warn Corvo.
There were reports about tensions rising, corruption, street violence. I didn't give it much mind. Usually the local authorities resolve that sort of thing.
The new Duke has let things slide. But Sokolov concluded he might be the head of the conspiracy. He came in looking shocked, and if you've heard his after-dinner stories, you know that's unusual. We were going to set up for Dunwall, but something happened.
Oh, he got kidnapped.
Crown Killer.
Yes, the hatch ripped open and Sokolov screamed. All I caught was a glimpse of someone carrying him across the deck. I followed as long as I could, toward Addermeyer Institute. It's run by the alchemist Hypatia. Maybe the Duke is using a patient of hers, the Crown Killer.
There's our investigation board. Do you see all that?
All right, I'll get inside. The Crown Killer has to be eliminated, and if the alchemist will cooperate, maybe I can learn something about what happened to Sokolov. Wish me luck.
If you need my luck, Sokolov's as good as dead. When you get done at the Institute, disable the watchtower. Once it's down, I'll bring the boat around.
Okay. Good. We'll do that. So she's going to take us to the shore of one of the neighborhoods, and then from that point, the Campo Seta Dockyards is where we're going first, and then we have to go to Addermeyer Institute, which is mission 3. But I wanted to show you the mission board really quick. So Mortimer Ramsey, we've already taken care of, see? And that's why he's crossed off.
Mortimer Ramsey. The Duke couldn't have pulled off the coup without someone inside the City Watch.
And she has something to say about everyone. This is Duke Abel.
I don't know Duke Luca Abel, but Corvo served under Luca's father and said Theodanis was a good man.
Okay, now here's Delilah Copperflugen. Let's
Delilah. My aunt, if that's really true. She has a twisted way of looking at the world.
Unfortunately, she is my aunt, as we find out soon enough. I kind of spoiled it, but I mean, we assumed that she was telling the truth, and she indeed is my aunt. Okay, here's a new newspaper clipping about Dr. Hypatia at the Addermeyer Institute.
This Dr. Hypatia, she seems to represent the good that's possible within the Empire.
Okay. Here's a wanted poster. The ghastly murders, reward of 15,000 coins. So it's several prominent citizens killed in the most gruesome way. And this is the Crown Killer, and we are being pinned or framed as the killer, which we are not.
So the Crown Killer was a tool of the Duke's coup. The murders had a calculated effect.
Right. And then here's a good old friend, Anton Sokolov. He was abducted by aliens.
Sokolov seems so much older now.
Okay, and then, yeah, that's the Addermeyer solution that we've been looting. Okay, we can inspect just the map in general.
Like the overland route to the Addermeyer Institute goes through the carriage station.
Yeah, so we have to go to the Campo Seta Dockyards, get to the Addermeyer station, and then take the tram over to the Addermeyer Institute. By the way, almost everything you see here, like Aventa, the Santiago Fisheries, Jindash Mansion, Syria Gardens Royal Conservatory, Batista Mining District, almost all of that is part of the game, which is pretty exciting. Okay, let's take a look over here. Remember, I'm going to open up everything so you can read it, but I'm not going to read it to you. You just have to pause if you want to read it. But I do recommend reading the lore. There you go. And aha, the kitchen, of course. You can't really loot pear soda and drink it, but let's see let's see what she's got a cooking. Well, there are bananas and such if you want to eat it. We weren't in perfect health, so that's why I ate a little bit. But save the rest for later. Maybe you'll need it. Okay, let's look over here. Aha, what's this? Blood of the Abel House. So this is about Duke Abel. Just pause if you want to read it. and it starts with chapter 4. Don't ask me why. The reason we're doing this is we're looking for loot. I see no loot. There's Delilah
Why is
Copperspoon.
this here? It's Delilah.
Okay, and then lastly, this is Sokolov's room. Or no, it isn't. This is Sokolov's room. But there are more things on this table to loot, so remember, look at everything. There's some crossbarson, or armbrustbarson. Doesn't look like there's anything on the shelves. General fly problem. Okay, and now here is Sokolov's room for sure. We have to look for loot here. You can spin a globe if you're really into that. A reflection on my journey to the Pandesian continent. This is the first volume of Sokolov's Pandesian saga. So pause if you want to read this. This is part 1. Yeah, Pandesia is a continent that doesn't appear in any of the Dishonored games. So here's the health elixir and another Addermeyer solution. Let's read Sokolov's notes on blood flies. So this is very important because you have to understand how blood flies behave and their weaknesses, because you are going to wind up fighting them. So there's that. There is a message from Sokolov. Let's listen to it.
Dearest Emily, or must I say, your Imperial Majesty, I have something that you and Corvo must hear at the first opportunity. It concerns the murders happening across the Empire, committed by this so-called Crown Killer. When I left Crystal years ago, I swore.
By the way, that's loot right there.
Any further political matter. I've done my share of that. At some
There,
point,
take it. Dried blood fly husk. And that was worth 5, so not a lot, but I'm showing you all the loot in the game. Oh, shoot, I stopped it. Well, it was almost done anyway. I didn't mean to stop that, but yeah. Okay, that is all to do out here. Let's just make sure I didn't miss anything in here. There, actually, wasn't there one more book? No, continent. Nope, that was it. That's all I could see. Yeah. There's investigation notes. I think I've already shown you that, right? No, just in case I haven't, let's read it. There, just pause if you want to read it. This is part of his investigation into the Crown Killer. Okay, and I think that will do it for this episode. We've covered everything on this floor and in the basement, and next up is going up to the main platform, but then we'll keep going up. We'll explore the whole ship because there should be a little bit more loot. Alright, so if you like this episode, then please subscribe to my channel and turn the notifications on. You'll get all these videos in your inbox. I'm also going to be doing Starfield. I do a bunch of uploads from my Twitch streams, and I'll be doing, like I said, over 100 of these videos for this series. Alright, we'll see you next time in Karnaca. Thanks for watching.